Script: what Dr. Alex Tatem's BPC-157 protocol actually looks like. Full breakdown. Cold open: most doctors will never tell you this exists. A peptide that can heal tendons, repair gut lining, reduce inflammation, and accelerate recovery faster than anything else on the market. And one of the top peptide physicians in America has been using it on his patients for years with remarkable results. His name is Dr. Alex Tatem. He is a board-certified urologist, hormone optimization specialist, and one of the most respected voices in peptide therapy. And today we are breaking down exactly how he uses BPC-157, not the watered-down version, not the generic advice, the actual protocol, the exact dosing, the timing, the stacking strategies, everything you need to know to understand why this peptide is changing lives and why most mainstream doctors refuse to talk about it. Locked intro. Welcome back to the Real Bio Protocol, the channel where we break down the science of peptides, fitness, and health optimization that most people will never hear about. Today we are diving into something that could completely change the way you think about healing and recovery. We are going to cover exactly how it works, what the real science says, the results you can expect week by week, and exactly what you need to do to get the most out of it. Stay with us until the end, because we are going to give you the full protocol. Let's get into it. In this video, you are going to learn exactly how one of America's leading peptide doctors approaches BPC-157 therapy. You will understand why he uses specific dosing strategies, how he stacks it with other compounds, and what results his patients actually see. This information could save you months of trial and error. ACT1. The setup here is the problem. You have probably heard about BPC-157. Maybe you have seen it mentioned in forums, podcasts, or fitness circles. But when you go to your doctor and ask about it, they look at you like you are speaking another language. They tell you it is not FDA approved. They tell you there is not enough research. They tell you to stick with ibuprofen and ice. Meanwhile, you are dealing with a nagging injury that will not heal. Maybe it is a torn rotator cuff. Maybe it is chronic gut issues. Maybe it is joint pain that keeps you out of the gym for weeks at a time. And you know deep down that there has to be something better than just waiting and hoping. This is where Dr. Alex Tatem comes in. He is not some underground biohacker. He is a legitimate board-certified physician who has been practicing medicine for years. He runs a thriving practice focused on hormone optimization and peptide therapy. And he has treated thousands of patients with BPC-157 protocols that actually work. The difference between Dr. Tatem and most doctors is simple. He actually looks at the research. He listens to his patients. And he is not afraid to use tools that work even if they have not been rubber-stamped by the establishment. ACT2, the science. So what does the research actually say about BPC-157? This is where it gets interesting. BPC-157 stands for Body Protection Compound 157. It is a synthetic peptide derived from a protein found naturally in human gastric juice. And the research on it is frankly remarkable. Studies have shown that BPC-157 accelerates the healing of tendons, ligaments, muscles, and even bones. It promotes angiogenesis, which means it helps create new blood vessels to deliver nutrients to damaged tissue. It modulates the nitric oxide system, which plays a crucial role in inflammation and tissue repair. Dr. Tatem points to research showing BPC-157 can heal transected Achilles tendons in rats faster than any other intervention studied. He references studies on gut healing where BPC-157 demonstrated protective effects against ulcers and inflammatory bowel conditions. But here's what most people miss. BPC-157 does not just heal tissue directly. It upregulates growth hormone receptors. It enhances the expression of genes involved in tissue regeneration. It works systemically even when injected locally. This is not some theoretical compound sitting in a lab. This is something that has been studied extensively for decades. The science is clear. The problem is the system is not designed to bring things like this to market quickly. ACT3, how it works. Let me explain what is actually happening in your body when you use BPC-157. Think of your body like a construction site. When you get injured, your body sends workers to repair the damage. But sometimes those workers are slow, inefficient, or just not enough to get the job done. BPC-157 is like bringing in an elite construction crew with better tools and a faster timeline. At the molecular level, BPC-157 interacts with growth factor signaling pathways. It increases the production of growth hormone receptors, making your tissues more sensitive to the healing signals your body naturally produces. It promotes fibroblast outgrowth, which means it helps create the structural proteins needed for tissue repair. Dr. Tatem explains that BPC-157 also has a unique effect on the nitric oxide system. It can either increase or decrease nitric oxide depending on what your body needs. This is called a modulating effect. If inflammation is too high, it brings it down. If blood flow is insufficient, it opens things up. The peptide also demonstrates what researchers call a systemic healing effect. Even when injected into one area, it appears to promote healing throughout the body. This is why Dr. Tatem often recommends subcutaneous injections near the navel rather than direct injections into injury sites. The peptide still gets where it needs to go. ACT4 The protocol. Now let us get into the actual protocol that Dr. Tatem uses with his patients. For most healing applications, he recommends a dosage between 250 to 500 micrograms per day. New patients typically start at the lower end to assess tolerance before increasing. The peptide can be injected subcutaneously once or twice daily depending on the severity of the injury. Timing matters. Dr. Tatem suggests injecting in the morning and evening if splitting doses. Many patients inject near the site of injury, but subcutaneous injection in the abdominal area works just as well due to the systemic effects we discussed earlier. Cycle length typically runs between 4 to 12 weeks depending on the condition being treated. For acute injuries like muscle tears or tendon strains, 4 to 6 weeks is often sufficient. For chronic conditions like long-standing gut issues or stubborn joint problems, 8 to 12 weeks may be necessary. Dr. Tatem often stacks BPC-157 with TB500 for enhanced healing effects. TB500 works through different pathways, promoting cell migration and reducing inflammation. Together, these two peptides create a powerful synergistic effect. Diet and training adjustments are critical. During a healing protocol, you should prioritize protein intake at minimum 1 gram per pound of body weight. Keep inflammation low by avoiding processed foods and excess sugar. Light movement and blood flow to injured areas helps, but do not push intensity until healing is complete. ACT5 week by week results. Here is what you can realistically expect when following this protocol. Week 1, most patients report reduced pain and inflammation at the injury site. Sleep quality often improves as the body shifts into a deeper recovery state. Week 2, noticeable improvements in mobility and range of motion. Gut issues begin to resolve for those using BPC-157 for digestive healing. Week 4, significant healing progress becomes apparent. Many patients can return to light training on previously injured areas. Week 8, most acute injuries are substantially healed. Chronic conditions show marked improvement. Patients often report feeling better overall, not just in the targeted area. Week 12, for stubborn chronic conditions, this is typically when full resolution occurs. Long-standing tendon issues, gut problems, and joint pain that lasted years can finally be addressed. Resolution, the payoff. You now know exactly what one of America's top peptide physicians does with BPC-157. You understand the science behind it, how it works at a biological level, the exact dosing and timing protocols, and what results to expect. This is information that most people will never have access to. Not because it is hidden, but because the system is not designed to give it to you. Now you have it. Locked outro. The science is out there, and now you have it. That is why we are here. This is the real bio protocol. If you got value from this video, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe. It is completely free and it takes 2 seconds. We drop new content every single day, so hit that notification bell. See you in the next one. If you enjoyed this upload, do not forget to like and subscribe. Subscribing is completely free. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Tune in again for the next upload. This has been the Real Bio Protocol.